from Griffin Park on the campus of Dutchtown High School in Geismar, it's time for Class 5A High School Playoff Baseball. My name's Lyall Boudreaux, and along with Mike Mohler, we welcome you to tonight's Bidistrict round contest between the number 30 seed Slidell Tigers and the third-seeded Dutchtown Griffins. When we return, we'll talk more about tonight's first-round matchup. Mike will have Slidell's starting lineup, and that's all followed by the first pitch of this evening's game right here on the Rev Game of the Week.
New inventory arriving weekly at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. We've got truckloads of inventory en route. Even if you don't see it on the lot, it's on the way during the end of summer sale at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales, like the new 2021 Sierra 1500 on the way at rossdowninghammond.com, rossdowninggonzales.com.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
If you believe in me, I'll be the first one in our family to graduate college.
I'll be the one to change our history of diabetes.
I'll live a healthy life.
If you believe in me, I'll know my worth is more than face value.
I'll be stronger than a weak heart. I'll know 68 pounds carries weight in this world.
If you believe in me,
I'll believe in myself.
Belief in our children can change their future. Our Lady of the Lake Children's Health.
The Tata Law Firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Tata Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Tata Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Tata.
And welcome back to Griffin Park, this Bidistrict round playoff game in the Class 5A state playoffs. It's 75 degrees. Winds are going to be out of the north to start this afternoon at 9 miles an hour. Slidell comes in at 17-15 on the year. Dutchtown, meanwhile, what a year the Griffins have had. They are 30-3, one of the better records in Coach Chris Schexnaydre's 15 years at Dutchtown High School. And, Mike, quite a job the Griffins have done this year as we take a look at some of the numbers put up by Coach Schexnaydre this year.
Yeah, like you said, 15th year. I mean, his record overall is 317 and 168. He's got 2 ties in there as well. But the district play stands out most to me, 120 wins and 40 losses. And then you look over to the playoffs and he's 21 and 17. But I think we'd be far-fetched to find a better record than 30-3, that he's posted so far this year. As you see there, he's got district champions in 9, 11, 12, 13, and just picked up his district championship last week for this year. And in 2009, we see there he went to the finals, in the semifinals, 2010, quarterfinals in 8, 12, 14, and 18, and 22 for this year possibly. And you'll see that 21 and 17 record probably move up just a little bit.
Well, it should be that quarterfinals should be 21. We got 22. Maybe we're looking ahead. Maybe we're predicting something. But, 21 and 17 in the postseason, that's a pretty good record when you consider just to be above 500 in the postseason means you're winning more than you're losing, obviously, so it's not a lot of one-and-dones. And also the third straight year to have a first-round playoff game.
Yeah, good. I mean, obviously you want to have as many home games as you can in the playoffs, and this year being ranked number 3 in the power points, it would solidify at least 3 rounds if, they were to move ahead at home.
Well, let's take a look also and introduce you to the Slidell Tigers. Coach Vincent Ruda, the head coach for Slidell. Not real familiar here in Ascension Parish with the Slidell team, but we'll take a look at what we can expect. They're 17 and 15 on the year, and it's been a while since they've been in the postseason.
Yeah, it's Coach Vincent Ruda is going to be his 5th year. He takes over for former LSU baseball player Clay Harris over there at Slidell. It's going to be his first postseason appearance since 2013. So 9-10 years since they've seen some playoff action. But, it's a younger team. There's only 3 seniors on this team for Slidell. So a lot of experience to be had in this game today.
There you see the Slidell team. And, if you've not been in the playoffs in as many years as it's been for them, it's a new experience for everybody on their team. So, early on I think it's very important because you have to overcome the jitters and all of those things that go with it.
Yeah, and you see added to Coach Ruda's resume there, he was there in 2009 at North Park in Denham Springs when Northshore High School defeated the Griffins for the state championship. So he's got a little pedigree in himself, but like you said, some of the players a little younger, they're the ones that are going to have to kind of step up and try to gain some experience at least in this game.
Coach Ruda ended up spending 10 years at North Shore as an assistant coach. Then he went over with Clay Harris to Slidell, and after 1 year as an assistant, he then took over as the head coach, and now he is in his 5th year as the head coach at Slidell. As you see, Coach Ruda and Coach Schexnaydre meeting at home plate with the umpires, and we can tell you that the umpires are out of the Hammond Association today. As it just looks like, Mike, 75 degrees. We got a perfect afternoon to play some baseball, just the way it should be. Got some rain yesterday afternoon. It wouldn't have been near as good conditions, but today it just looks like a perfect day to play baseball.
Yeah, I agree. See a little bit of wind in the flags out there at center field, maybe blowing just a tick in towards the home plate, maybe towards right field a little bit. But like you said, Mother Nature did not cooperate yesterday. We know Coach Shake and a lot of the other coaches try to get that game in on Monday if they can to try to give a pitcher a little more rest going into the weekend. But Mother Nature just wouldn't have it.
So the teams are getting ready. Dutchtown will be taking the field. Santa Maria is also playing as they're going to be hosting Chalmette. But, what a year it has been for Dutchtown. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But let's take a look at the starting lineup. This is turned in by Coach Vincent Ruda. The Tigers 17 and 15 on the year.
Leading off for the Tigers today is going to be the center fielder, Corey Kuzan. Hitting second is the pitcher, Jay Davis. Into 3-hole, Trey Fletcherich, and he's the first baseman. Batting cleanup, the right fielder, Grant Boniface. Batting 5th, the third baseman, Peyton Strahan. The catcher, Jackson Dudenheffer, will bat 6th. Batting 7th, the left fielder, Austin Buell. Batting 8th, the second baseman, Joe Monahan. And hitting 9th will be the designated hitter, Eason Lemuel, and he's batting for the shortstop, number 8, Brady Johnson.
So that is your batting order turned in by Coach Ruda. And we'll be having the playing of the national anthem shortly. Good crowd gathering, and what a year. You know, we talked about it during the Santa Maria Dutchtown game. It has been a very special year for Dutchtown this year. 30-3. They've had a couple of win streaks, won 19 of their last 20 and 27 of their last 29 games. That is an impressive season.
Yeah, it is. And that's what you want to do whenever, you're going into the season. You want to win the games you're supposed to win. And if you can put together a couple of pretty good runs on top of that, you're going to find yourself, top of the power points. And Dutchtown did just that. Getting their 18-game winning streak snapped last Tuesday by Catholic High, but just rebounded right away and took one for the district championship against Catholic on Thursday.
Well, first pitch right around the corner. Stay with us. It is Dutchtown entertaining Slidell. You've got the 3rd seed against the 30 seed. It's all next, live streamed right here on the Rev Game of the Week.
From jambalaya, pastalaya, and gumbo to daily lunch specials, Pot and Paddle Jambalaya Kitchen has Cajun dishes to satisfy your hunger. Pot and Paddle has 3 locations to serve you, including the one on Cabela's Parkway in Gonzales, Jefferson Highway near Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, and Jubin Crossing in Denham Springs. You can dine in, carry out, or let them do the catering for an office get-together or tailgating at the big game. And don't forget about their delicious daily lunch specials. You can check out their specials and more on the web at potandpaddle.com.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ATEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
Bidistrict round baseball about to begin here at Griffin Park as the number 3 seed and district champion Dutchtown Griffins are going to take the field. Players are going to line up. We'll have the playing of the national anthem coming up next. But what a game we're expecting here for Dutchtown. As we said, it's their 3rd year in a row to host a first-round playoff game. Right now, we're going to go down and join Mark Ellis as he will sing our Star Spangled Banner before tonight's Bidistrict playoff game.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we felt at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
Mark Ellis and the singing of our Star Spangled Banner as we are ready for some baseball. And Mike, as we get ready for a first pitch for tonight's game, Nathan Monso is going to get the start for Dutchtown. And let's talk a little bit about the senior right-hander.
Yeah, coming in, we saw Nathan a ton last year. District MVP, carried everything over to this year as he comes in with a 1.92 ERA. He's 7-0 on the year. He's pitched 51 innings, only given up 41 hits. He struck out 49 hitters and only walked 16.
Well, crowd favorite Martin just threw the first pitch. And with that, we are ready for some baseball as you get a look at the Slidell Tigers in the postseason for the first time since 2013. And you would think, Mike, very important for Monso if he can get ahead, throw strikes early in this first inning. Because this Slidell team, you know, they've got to have some jitters.
Yeah, you're right.
None of these guys with playoff experience.
Exactly. I mean, if you're Dutchtown, it's paramount. Look, you're the 3 seed. You got to come in and kind of, you know, make your presence known right away. And what better person than Monso? I mean, we've seen him pitch a lot, and
we just had a
standoff. Yeah, we did. We just had a stare-off. Yeah, we did. I was wondering what they were doing.
I was too. I couldn't figure it out.
Okay, but yeah. So anyway, you know, Monso is going to work quick. He's going to fill up the zone. He's going to challenge you. He's got a ton of heart, and he's coming right at you.
Well, the plan is to go with Monso today. The winner of this game will take on Ponchatoula. Ponchatoula and Benton, the other team in the bracket, played last night. They were supposed to play in Hammond. They did end up playing in Hammond, but they played at Southeastern. And Ponchatoula won that ball game 2-1. So they have advanced, and the winner of this game will get Ponchatoula this weekend. And if it is Dutchtown, we will be back here at Griffin Park.
Yeah, tough game right there. I mean, Ponchatoula and Benton. You would think Ponchatoula would have came out and I don't want to say boat race, but you know, shown a little stronger than that. But there's a pretty good chance that some of these teams higher ranked are going to, you know, come in with some upsets. All you need is that one pitcher that can come in there and slice and dice and maybe keep some people off balance.
Well, like Slidell in the playoffs for the first time since 2013, last night was Ponchatoula's first playoff win since 2014. So, here we go. We are ready for some Bidistrict action in the Class 5A state playoffs. This is Corey Kuzan, the center fielder, to lead it off. Pitcher Jay Davis will bat second. Trey Flutterich, the first baseman, is third. Monso ready. We're underway with a one-hot comebacker. Monso flips, gets the out, one up and one down. And I think I thought we might have catcher's interference because Kuzan looked back like I think he might have thought that the swing hit the catcher.
He did immediately. I mean, he took 2 steps out of the box and kind of looked for, you know, a call from the umpire there, but to no avail.
This is Jay Davis. He is going to be the pitcher for Slidell today. Well, Monso pours one in for strike one. Monso in a hurry. Caleb Ickes, swing and a miss. We'll get a look at the defense for Dutchtown after Jay Davis bats. Happened so fast that first out kind of caught us off guard. Pitch misses. First ball thrown by Monso, so the count 1-2. Trey Flutterich is the on-deck hitter. Now the count 2-2.
Good idea right there by Monso. I like to go 0-2 a little bit outside, try to backdoor that curveball for maybe a take strike 3. Just couldn't quite get it there.
Didn't miss by much there. Monso walked off the mound like he thought he got strike 3. Good job by Jay Davis to run the count full at 3-2. Ickes with the sign. Boy, didn't miss by much. That's a pretty tight zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty close. So we got our first base runner, and we'll take a look now at the Dutchtown on defense.
Yeah, defensively for the Griffins tonight in the outfield from left to right, Ethan Mayo, Ruben Williams, and Colin Dupree. On the infield at third base, Tanner Vadney, shortstop, Pearson Pyron. Second base, Grant Morrison. At first base, Will Long. In the battery today for the Griffins doing the catching is Caleb Ickes, and on the hill, Nathan Monso.
Here is Trey Flutterich, the first baseman. Runner now at first. This pitch misses. Flutterich batting .337 on the year, leads the Tigers in doubles with 9, and he's also their RBI leader with 21.
Also got a little sting in his bat. He's got 2 homers, leads the team.
That's a strike. You know, also we got a 3-man umpiring crew out of him, and you also got to work in the early going. You got to learn what the home plate umpire strike zone is.
Sure. You don't want to try to nibble too far off the corners. Maybe you want to work corners then away. try to establish that you're in the strike zone, and then work away off the plate instead of trying to work off the plate back in.
Good swing by Flederich as he fouls it back. The count now 1-2. Jay Davis, the base runner at first. Even though he's the pitcher, he runs for himself. He's got 9 stolen bases on the year. Got a piece of that off-speed pitch, fouled it.
He got a piece of the kneecap right there at Vicky's too. That ball, pretty good little ricochet there.
Infield at double play depth. Outfield plays straight away for the first baseman for Slidell. Monso gets his first strikeout, and there's 2 outs in the inning.
Really good location right there. You saw him trying to nibble out there. We saw Fletcher's foul off. Just get a little bit of that breaking ball. A little out front of it, so Monso just peppers that outside corner for strike 3.
Well, Monso seems to have a little giddy up on his fastball, doesn't he?
Probably a little playoff adrenaline.
Monso last pitched a week ago. This pitch all the way to the backstop. He held on to that one too long, and that wild pitch will advance Jay Davis to second base.
Yeah, that's the old fastball in the dirt we always talk about here. It's something you don't anticipate as a catcher. Really tough to try to slide out there and block that ball.
So Monso now with a strikeout, a walk, and a wild pitch. First runner in scoring position will be Jay Davis. Swing and a miss by Bonifons, and the count's 1-1. Monso came in relief last Tuesday against Catholic High in their game here. Nick Gisflair pitched on Thursday. Probably won't pitch today as this pitch fouled back. And the count now 1-2. We're early. We are in the top of the first. This Class 5A Bidistrict round playoff game. 3rd seeded Dutchtown, 30 seed Slidell. Check the runner. Down and away, 2-2.
Nice pick right there by Ickes. Again, another fastball in the dirt right there. Tough to even try to get down, drop to the knees, and block that thing, but he made a good pick. Almost the only play you have as a catcher on the fastball in the dirt.
Seems like Matsu might be a little too jacked up right now. Check the runner. This is going to be fouled back and out of play. That was a good swing there by Grant Bonifons.
That was. I mean, he comes in. He can hit. He comes in hitting .411. Only got 8 RBIs. A little different looking in the 4-hole, but if you look at the 3-hole, Trey Fletcher has 21, so he's probably picking up all the RBIs before Bonifons can get him.
Only a sophomore is this young man at the plate. This is a young ball club. Only 3 seniors on this team for Slidell. Very young ball club. Check the runner. He went around, tried to hold up. Second strikeout for Monso. A runner will be stranded after a half inning. Slidell nothing. And Dutchtown's coming to bat. And with that, let's take a look at the Griffin batting order that Coach Chris Schexnaydre turned in. The Griffins are 30-3 on the year.
Leading off for Dutchtown today is going to be the left fielder, Ethan Mayo. Batting second, the right fielder, Colin Dupree. Tanner Vadney, the third baseman, will hit third. And in the cleanup spot, the first baseman, Will DeLong. Hitting fifth, the pitcher, Nathan Monso. Shortstop will hit sixth. He's Peter Shapiro. Batting seventh is Grant Morrison. He plays second base. Batting eighth, the catcher, Caleb Ickes. And in the 9-hole, the center fielder, Reuben Williams.
Okay, so we did have a courtesy runner. We want to correct that. We had a courtesy runner. Deshaun Finches, a junior, did run for Jay Davis at first base after he got that walk. I want to thank Will Weathers of the Advocate in Baton Rouge for pointing that out for us. And Jay Davis, the left-hander on the mound. He batted right-handed, didn't he?
I think he batted lefty.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did bat lefty. Yeah, because he missed 2-2 missed outside, 3-2 missed inside on the inside part of the plate there. So, but Jay Davis comes in with a pretty nice 2.71 ERA, so he's been pretty stingy giving up the runs. The win-loss record can be a little deceiving as he comes in 2-4. He's got 54 innings on the season, and he's struck out 53 hitters, so almost a punch-out per inning with 27 balls.
Pitches for Slidell, number 2, Jay Davis.
Jay Davis is one of the 3 seniors. His catcher, Jackson Dudenheffer is another senior. So their battery, the experienced two. So we're going to go with Ethan Mayo, Colin Dupree, and Tanner Vadney.
Leading off. The Collins first inning for the Griffins.
This lineup has done some damage for Dutchtown all year long. They got great length. We've talked about that over the course of the season.
Yeah, great length. I mean, you look just 1 through 9, how solid they are. Don't forget about the guys that have come off the bench and done some jobs for them too. So their depth keeps going into that dugout.
Here is Jay Davis's first pitch, and it is a ball. Ethan Mayo, the left fielder, batting .284 on the year. He has drawn 12 walks, so doing a good job as a leadoff hitter to set the table. That'll be a called strike, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, important for Davis here to come out just throwing strikes, kind of, not let the moment get the best of him right here. But he is a senior, so he's got some experience out there.
Missed high this time. And I know it's very early, Mike, as we play only in the bottom of the first, but it looks like we're going to have a fairly tight zone, at least in the early going.
Yeah, or maybe he's going to try to make them establish themselves, that they can fill that zone up. And then
that hit him.
And then kind of go from there. You see Mayo kind of didn't give up his position right there, was crowding the plate a little bit. Fastball just off the inside, flipped him on the front shoulder.
So Mayo will take over at first base. This is going to bring up Colin Dupree. I would think for Slidell and for Jay Davis, very important here to not let this inning get away from you.
Yeah, getting out here, don't panic. Let Mayo know that you're looking at him over there.
And Mayo was headed back toward first when Davis delivered home.
Yeah, that's the luxury of the left-handed pitcher. Sometimes you have to do absolutely nothing but go home, and you can be a little bit deceiving.
Colin Dupree batting .319 on the year, leads the team with 3 triples. And this ball is lined in the left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Mayo is going to slide as he makes the turn at second base to pull up. And the first two have reached now for the Griffins.
Yeah, good job by Dupree right there. Lefty on lefty, so easy to try to get out front, roll over, and hit a little double play ground ball. Let that ball travel, and the ball will tell you where it wants to go. So when it's on that outside half, get it back up that outside half.
So 2 on and nobody out, and Tanner Vadney. Tanner had the big hit last Thursday, which propelled Dutchtown to the district title as he had a 2-out, 2-run double in the 4-3 win over Catholic High. And with that win, Dutchtown finished 9-1 in district play. Tanner batting .349 on the year, leads the Griffins with 41 RBIs. First pitch at the knees for a called strike. Will DeLon is on deck.
First pitch breaking ball right there. Good job by Davis right there. That's important. Establish you can throw all your pitches for strikes. Put it in their head to where they don't eliminate any certain pitches and just look dead red.
Well, your table setter's doing the job. Mayo and Dupree getting on base. Nice stop by Dudenheffer. Count now 1-1. A hit by pitch and a single. Slidell had a base runner with a 1-out walk in their half of inning number 1. We're early by-district round, Class 5A state playoffs. In the dirt, got by, and the runners are going to advance on a wild pitch, and there's now runners at second and third.
Yeah, the breaking ball in the dirt right there just gets underneath gets through the 5-hole actually of Dudenheffer right there. Great job by Dupree and Mayo, anticipating, probably reading the pitch and the elevation on its way to the plate, knowing that ball's going to be in the dirt, get a good secondary. No problem at all picking up third and second base.
A couple of big base runners in scoring position now for Vadney. Jay Davis will work out of the windup. Missed upstairs. And the count now 3-1, and just what Coach Ruda was hoping to avoid is unfolding. 2 on, nobody out, and a 3-1 count on the 3-hitter for Dutchtown, Tanner Vadney. Vadney got a good swing on this one and fouls it off. And that'll run the count 3-2.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes. We see Davis take a deep breath right there, go back to the windup where he felt comfortable, pump a strike, and if he gets that first out, it might calm him down.
Senior Jake Davis, the left-hander, on the bump for Slidell today. Runners take their leads at second and third. Payoff pitch. Way high and out of the zone, and the bases are now loaded. And while we have a chance, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the defense for Slidell as Will DeLone gets ready to come up to the plate.
Yeah, defensively tonight for the Tigers in the outfield from left to right, Austin Buell, Corey Kuzan, and Grant Bonifons. On the infield, third base, Peyton Strahan. Shortstop, Brady Johnson. Second baseman is Joe Monahan. And the first baseman is Trey Fletcherich. The battery tonight for the Tigers doing the catching is Jackson Dudenheffer, and on the mound, Jay Davis.
And a nice little touch as Coach Ruda sent us the headshots of his players. The first pitch to Will DeLone is high, and Dutchtown early on with a chance to make a huge statement. We're going to get a timeout now. The pitching coach is going to head out to the mound, and right here for Will DeLone, what a year the senior has had. 447 on the year. He's got 22 RBIs, and he's in a spot right here where he can really help make a statement for Dutchtown with the bases loaded.
Yeah, and if you will right here, don't let the moment get too big for you. Just keep the game slow it down. This is a easy situation to try to get yourself amped up and do a little bit too much and get out of your comfort zone. Right here, he's got to let the ball travel, look one pitch, one spot, know what he's trying to do, and stick with that plan.
There you see the Dutchtown base runners head back to their respective bases. Mayo at third, Dupree at second base, and Vadney over at first. They're on with a hit by pitch, a single, and a walk. 1-0 the count on Will DeLone. Jay Davis works out of the windup. Ground ball foul.
Maybe a little amped up. That's what I'm talking about right there. Look out in front of that pitch right there. Roll over. If you're Jay Davis, that's exactly what you're looking for. Get a little roll over, maybe a ground ball to third. Maybe get a little 5-2-1 double play. Or 5-2-3, sorry.
Davis works out of the windup. It's a wild pitch. Mayo got a great read at third. He's going to come home with the first run of the game. Other runners advance. Second wild pitch of the inning, and it's 1-0 Dutchtown.
Yep, another ball right through the 5-hole there of Dudenheffer. Maybe on that little lip, because you see how that turf kind of surrounds the plate, having a little tough time with the caroms or the bounces around that dish.
This is what makes it tough when you're an inexperienced playoff team. Pitcher struggling to throw strikes. A couple of wild pitches, a hit batter, and a walk in the inning. And that's down and away.
I like what Dudenheffer did right there. See that ball he anticipated being low, tried to go out there and catch it early. I mean, you risk a catcher's interference, but hey, you're trying to help your pitcher out as much as you can right there.
Not much the defense can do right now. 3-1. Ball 4. Didn't miss by a whole lot. Bases loaded again, and
now batting for the Griffin, the pitcher, number 16.
You know, one of the things, we talked about the length. This is what makes Dutchtown so good, because you got Nathan Monso coming up. He's batting .351 the year with 33 RBIs.
Yeah. He's in the 5-hole, and not only can he hit, but he's got a great eye, too. He leads the team in walks, 24, so he's not going to be expanding the zone here for sure.
Well, Jay Davis being tested here in the first. First 4 batters for Dutchtown have reached. Griffins lead 1-0. And that's ball 1. You know, if you coach Ruda, how long do you go? Davis is your ace. I mean, he's the guy that you got to get some innings out of today.
He's your guy, but I don't see anybody getting hot in their bullpen quite yet.
That's a strike.
But if you do, I mean, you have to believe, or you have to like this lefty on lefty matchup.
Bases are loaded. There are no outs. We're in the bottom of the first. Wild pitch. Dupree's going to score. And it's just starting to unravel here in this first inning for Slidell. A couple of wild pitches have played at the first 2 runs of the game.
Yeah, Davis still looking for that first out. I mean, it's just he'll throw that great pitch, and then he'll try to break, throw that spinner or whatever, the breaking ball, and just doesn't have quite the feel for it yet.
Third wild pitch of the inning. Missed again. Boy, the Griffins are being super patient right now. Counts 3-1 on Monso. On deck, it is Pearson Pyron. That's ball 4. Oh, called strike. Late call there.
Yep, little delay call. Well, I thought the same. I thought that pitch before that was in the exact same spot. He balled that one, so called that a strike.
So a 3-2 count now. You get a good look at the left-hander, Jay Davis. Payoff pitch. Boy, he did not miss by much, and that strike zone is some tight. Does that ball look like it had enough of the plate?
It looked like 3 in a row in the exact same spot.
Right.
I mean, he balled 2 of them and
now running at first base.
Called a strike on one of them. Tough for both sides. Tough for the pitcher and the hitter to kind of determine what their strike zone is going to be.
Jackson Braddock is going to be the courtesy runner. So Braddock is at first, courtesy running for Monso. Still, there's nobody out. Pyron, the 6th hitter for Dutchtown in the inning. They've got 2 runs in, both scoring on wild pitches. Bases are loaded, and there's nobody out. First pitch, fouled straight back. Boy, Pyron was sitting on a fastball. He got it, fouled it straight back. Pearson batting .353 with 30 RBIs on the year.
Yeah, and you got to kind of like it from Davis right there. Trying to work the corners early and just missing or see that the umpire is a little bit tight isn't going to work. You got to start on the plate and then work your way out from there.
0-1 pitch. Popped him up. Let's see. Second baseman goes out. Second baseman over the shoulder catch. Let's see if they're going to rule out a catch. Tagging and scoring is Vadnais. Let's see if they call that an infield fly rule. They do call it a catch. So that's going to be a sacrifice fly for Pyron. That'll plate the run, and it's 3-0 as we take a look here on the replay. And he was.
Yeah, that's a tough play right there for Monahan, the second baseman. I thought maybe the right fielder, Bonifants, would have came in as he has a better angle and momentum coming in to try to throw Vadnais out, tagging from third.
Well, you don't see sac flies to the second baseman very often, but that's what just happened. Swing and a miss by Grant Morrison. I also like to think that that's pretty heads-up base running by Vadnais.
Yes, it is. It is. Notices that Monahan is the one that is going to catch the ball, backpedaling, back turn towards home plate, and gets a good jump. Tags, no problem.
Once he saw the defensive player's positioning, now looks like Davis might be starting to get a little bit in tune because that was a pretty curveball he just broke off.
Yep, get that first out under your belt. You can start to breathe, or I don't want to say exhale because you don't ever want to let your guard down, but when you get a little more confidence, hey, let's go. We can get these guys out.
Runners at first and second. Here's another pop-up. Foul territory. Slidell's going to give chase, and it's going to be a foul ball. You could tell the first base umpire held up his hands, foul ball. No, that ended up in a triangle between the first baseman, second baseman, and right field, and no one could catch it. And Morrison gets new life at 0-2. Glad you could join us this afternoon in our Rev Game of the Week, wherever you may be watching our live stream. For those of you in Slidell, glad to have you watching on our YouTube channel, Rev Sports 1. Jay Davis from the belt. Foul off to the right. You know, one thing, Mike, this is my second game out here at Dutchtown. I have really been impressed. Of course, the Santa Maria Dutchtown game had a huge crowd. I've been really impressed with the crowd that Dutchtown has had because they have filled up the third base stands in both games.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we saw them get here early, kind of line the stands with some pom-poms. They're in full effect here for this playoff series.
Got him swinging, second out of the inning. Well, Morrison really got tied up on that pitch by Davis.
Yeah, and then, I mean, that's working ahead again, Davis. It looks like he's trying to, kind of get into his rhythm right now, getting a little more comfortable, working ahead in the counts. And when you work ahead, you're going to get swings like that.
So runners now at first and second, 3 runs in the inning. This is Caleb Ickes, the catcher. Caleb batting .299 on the year. Hits a ground ball left side. Tough play for the shortstop. Throw to first. Got him! That was close at first base, but what a play by Brady Johnson and a nice stretch by Trey Flutterich.
Excellent play right there. You see Hickey's hustling down the line. Kind of a slower backhand play, but Brady Johnson, one play, just one motion fluid, throw him out to get the third out.
After one, 3-0, Dutchtown on top as you watch the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank SEC Heating and Cooling, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Ross Downing GMC, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation for their support of our sports medicine program.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
Well, Dutchtown got what they wanted in that first inning, and for Slidell, not exactly what they were hoping for when they drove over from St. Tammany Parish. Dutchtown plates 3 runs, and they do it, Mike, on only 1 hit.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about it. It's paramount for Davis to come out and try to get as comfortable as he can, as quick as he can. Unfortunately, with the 3 pass balls, gave up the 3 runs before he settled in. And once he settled in, we saw how good he could be and how effective. Worked ahead, got both pitches over the strike zone, and got 3 quick outs.
Monso's first pitch is outside for ball 1. Peyton Strahan, Jackson Dudenhofer, and Austin Buell. First 3 due up for Slidell, swing and a miss. Dutchtown, the number 3 seed. This is the second highest seeding they've ever had under Coach Schexnaydre. This pitch did miss by much, but a tad high. It's another one of those, Mike, that was not a bad pitch at all.
Not a bad pitch at all. Can you give me a little history? When were they higher? What year?
2-2 now the count. In 2009, they were the 2 seed. That was when they played for the state championship. Okay. Got him. Struck him out swinging, and that's the first out of the inning. That's now 3 strikeouts for Monso.
Now batting the catcher, 18.
Yeah, just that one little hiccup in the first inning. Monso got a hitter 0-2 and ended up walking him, but right back true to form, because you know it's tough when you're in your dugout for a good amount of time to come back out and keep that focus and get that first out.
Big hop to Pyron, and that's going to be an error on Pyron. Had a lot of time to get the catcher running down the first baseline. Will DeLong just could not come down on time, as we'll take a look at it again.
Yeah, it looked like pretty close here. Oh, that is close. Looked like Will might have got his foot down, but umpire right there on the call calls him out. Pyron maybe just, I don't know. I don't want to say got a little lackadaisical, but Had plenty of time to make a good, strong throw there to get the catcher.
I thought he did get his foot down.
I thought he did too, actually.
Curveball stays inside. Yeah, Dutchtown was a 2 seed in 2009. They were a 4 seed in 2010. And this 3 seed is their second best of all time since Coach Schexnaydre has been there, who's now in his 15th year. This pitch is high. This is the left fielder, Austin Buell. So a runner on with 1 out in the inning. Wow.
Not going to give it up. Not going to give it up. I mean, we saw Davis made some really good pitches and not getting the calls, and Monto on the flip side in this half of the innings. Same results.
So a 3-0 count. Buell, the batter, calls time. Joe Monahan is on deck. Fuel, the left fielder. That's a strike. Taking all the way was Buell. Winner of this game will advance to the regional round, the second round, to play Ponchatoula. Called strike 2. Boy, they almost caught the base runner.
Wow. that little back pick by Ickes, he was paying more attention than I was. I wasn't really paying attention as Buell thought that was ball 4.
Payoff pitch comes now. Got him. Boy, tied him up there.
Tied him up big time. Pitch you have to swing at. I mean, he called the pitch on the inside half, a strike, the pitch prior. So that's not a pitch that you can let go, but just almost impossible to get the ball.
So that's 2 strikeouts in each inning. After this half inning, we'll take a look at, we've talked about Dutchtown at 30-3. We'll talk about some of their leaders on both offense and pitching. We'll check that out. That's a swing and a miss. Joe Monahan, the second baseman. 2 outs, a runner at first. Monahan also a sophomore. There's a lot of youngsters on this Slidell team. There goes the runner, foul ball, in and out of the mid of Caleb Ickes.
Okay, that was a foul ball, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because I saw Ickes' helmet kind of shot. I didn't know if he ran into the bat there or the ball actually.
No, I think what happened was he wanted to try to throw the runner out. And then when he couldn't hold on to the foul ball, Monso works.
Oh.
Wow.
Nice play right there by Ickes.
Look at what I got.
That's phenomenal.
You don't practice that one.
No, you cannot practice that. I'm sorry.
It looked like Ickes' glove had a magnet.
It's one of those Velcro ones that the little kids use.
Missed downstairs. Monso took a step toward the third base dugout.
Yep, this umpire's not flinching. He is not giving anything yet. He's going to make you earn it, that's for sure.
2 outs. We have a courtesy runner at first base. See if we can get a jersey number. That's number 11. Justin St. Clair, courtesy running for the catcher. Got him. Ends up striking out the side, works around an error, and a runner was stranded. We're going to move now to the bottom of the second with Dutchtown on top by a score of 3-0. And we're going to take a look now at some of the leaders that have helped propel Dutchtown to this 30-3 record on the year.
Yeah, I mean, batting average, you look at Will DeLong, the first baseman, at 447 right there, and he also leads in hits with 38, which makes sense. On the RBIs, Tanner Vadney in the 3-hole, so we've seen him have multiple clutch hits this season. That's where he's picking up most of his RBIs. And on the pitching end, 8 wins actually against 0 losses for Nick Gisclair. Innings pitched is going to be 51 for Nathan Monso, and the ERA kind of Nintendo PlayStation-like a .59 for Gisclair. I mean, you come in 8-0 with a .59, and that's ridiculous. And then you got Monso who's right there with him and everything, 7-0 with a 1 point something ERA. That's two pitchers that you do not want to match up with if you're the opposition.
And we can even add 2 more innings now to Monceau's total, as he's now at 53 after pitching these first 2 innings of this ball game. So we move on now to the bottom of the second. I know you've seen more Dutchtown games than I have this year, Mike. I have really been impressed with the velocity for Monceau today so far.
And then, I mean, like you said, we're in the playoffs, probably a little bit of adrenaline, but I've seen that from him, multiple times this year. Absolutely. He's coming out, he's firing, he's going to challenge you, he's going to give it, his best against your best.
Ruben Williams leads it off in the bottom of the second, swings and fouls back to first pitch. Ruben has drawn 14 walks, stolen 13 bases. Boy, he had a huge year stealing bases last year. It was over 30 bases stolen. And look at this line drive, one hop, knocked down by the second baseman. Throw to first is not going to be in time. But what an effort by Monahan to get to that.
Yeah, that was an absolute rocket off the bat of Ruben Williams. Knocks it down. I think if he picks it up, if he gets it on his initial grab here, as we'll check it out again, I think he has a chance, but Ruben never checked up. Dead sprint out of the batter's box. Makes it to first safely.
Yeah, perfect situation now here to get your running game going, except, we've talked about it so often, that left-handed pitcher makes it tough. Jay Davis is on the bump. Ruben Williams, the runner at first base. The batter is Ethan Mayo.
Yep, got him.
Picked him off. Throw down is going to be in. No, they missed it. They dropped it.
Slidell had it played perfectly. I mean, Davis picks to first base, and Fletcherich makes a good throw to Johnson at second base. Just couldn't handle it. Throw beats him. He dropped it. Looked like Ruben even popped up right before the throw got there to kind of try to sell it.
I believe you scored that a stolen base. So a runner at second base with nobody out now. Boy, Slidell had a chance to get an out and just didn't take it, as that pitch is bunted foul. So give Ruben now 14 stolen bases on the year. That's just another aspect of Dutchtown's game. Infield, single, stolen base.
Well, I mean, and right there, they say speed kills.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ruben gets to first base because of his speed.
Right.
He steals second base. He makes it safer there because of his speed. So,
right.
I mean, you can't teach it. You can only coach it.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think didn't he lead off last year?
Yes, he did. He led off almost the entire year last year.
Now batting in the 9-hole. We talk about how young Slidell is. Well, it's a lot of seniors in this lineup for Dutchtown on the other hand.
Yeah, there's 7 of the 9 are seniors on the field for the Griffins today. And, I mean, you see Ruben hitting 9th. I mean, there's a log jam. There's 4 outfielders that could play, any day in and day out. When you have Ruben hitting 9-hole, I mean, it's just like having another leadoff hitter.
Mayo has tried twice now to get the bunt down, and the count is going to be a ball and 2 strikes, I believe. Check the runner at second base. Now step off. Good job there by Davis, because the shortstop, Johnson, had released, and Ruben had a lot of daylight to take off had he wanted to.
Well, typically you're not supposed to steal third with no outs, but, unless you're absolutely sure you don't want to make that first out of third.
Good pitch by Davis. Got Mayo swinging as he chased a ball. And that'll be his second strikeout. So one of the few times we've seen Dutchtown fail to take advantage of a situation and advance the runner. And with 1 out, the batter now Colin Dupree. Colin slapped one in the left field his first time up. Came around to score the Griffins' second run of that first inning. And he puts a charge into this one into right field, but it's going to hang up. Right fielder, the Sunfield. Right fielder makes the catch. Tagging is Ruben Williams. Grant Bonifons makes the grab. And that'll be the second out of the inning.
Yeah, I think it looked like Dupree wanted to ambush that first fastball. He got maybe a little bit out in front. He caught it off the end just a little bit. Good job by Ruben trying to get to third base. We've seen Davis with a couple wild pitches with runners on third base. That's the position Ruben has himself in now.
You know, we haven't had a chance to talk about it, Mike, but Colin Dupree's had some good swings today.
Yeah, he has, and I think it's because he's got the old school no batting gloves. That's what caught my eye. The old Mark Grace, old school. I love that.
Called strike on Tanner Vadnais. Tanner walked his first time up. Davis having a much more successful second inning than he did in that first inning, in which he allowed all 3 runs.
Yeah, we talked about it. I said, you know, once we kind of get that first out under your belt, kind of prove to yourself, okay, I belong here. Let's go. You know, I can do this.
This Slidell team in the playoffs for the first time since 2013. Dutchtown has never failed to make the playoffs under Chris Schexnaydre in his 15 years, except 2020, which was the COVID year. That call strike makes it now 1-2.
Great pitch right there by Davis. Little backdoor breaking ball. Actually, a really good take by Vadnais, too. Not a pitch that you can drive. Right. Not sure if he gave up on it or if it was a really good take.
You know, amazing. That pitch might have broke around the plate. Slaps it to the first baseman. Hit it hard, but right at Trey Flutteridge. Took a step or two to his right. Robs Vadnais of a RBI. And 1 runner is going to be left on base.
Slidell 0. Got the same pitch, got the barrel to it. Absolute rocket to Fletcher right there for the third out.
After 2, it is 3-0 Dutchtown. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank SEC Heating and Cooling, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Ross Downing GMC, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation for their support of our sports medicine program.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
Along with Mike Mohler, I am Lyall Boudreaux. Welcome back to Griffin Park. And, you know, watching this Slidell Tiger team play, Mike, you spent 7 years in the big leagues as a relief pitcher. Slidell High has a alumnus that's a major league relief pitcher right now, Will Harris.
Yeah. Doing a lot better than I did, as a matter of fact. But,
made a little bit more money, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. He's doing really well. I don't know. I think he's a little bit banged up right now. Hadn't been able to pitch quite yet, but obviously you being an Astros fan followed a lot of his career, and
absolutely,
some absolutely fantastic years for him. And you know, kudos to Will for sticking with it and making a career of what he did. Like he did.
He really turned it around once he went to the Astros for about 5 years. The batter is the designated hitter Eason Lemuel. He takes a couple of curve balls for strikes, and the count's quickly 0-2. Monso ground ball to second. Morrison, DeLone, one away in the inning.
Nice little play right there by Morrison. That ball looked like it was a little hotter coming off the bat. Kind of cued it. Ball had a little funny spin on it. Stayed with it. Good throw to first for the first out.
But the Harris brothers, talking about Will Harris, also his brother Clay was the head coach for Slidell before Coach Ruda took over. This is Corey Kuzan. Took the first pitch of the ball game, hit a one-hopper right back to Nathan Monso. This ball, what a play by Vadnais. Throw to first, got him. What a blue star by that one.
That is a big league Mike Schmidt, Scott Rowland, Arenado, whoever you want to talk about right there. An absolute immediate dive to the left. Short hop, scoop by Vadnais. Quick to his feet. Absolutely perfect throw.
Great replay look. Jay Davis smokes one in the right field. Slidell not wasting any time this inning. They are swinging the bats. That's a base hit, and Davis will be a base runner for the second inning in a row. And Deshaun Finches is going to come in to be the courtesy runner.
Yeah,
there have been some well-hit balls this inning.
Absolutely. See the Tigers coming in maybe a little bit more aggressive now that we're coming the second time through the lineup, knowing that Monzo is going to fill up the strike zone, trying to get a good pitch early to hit.
This is Trey Flutterich. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. Good knockdown by Ickes. You know, for Slidell, there is one opponent that's common that they played this year. They actually played East Ascension.
Okay.
They played East Ascension in the Mandeville tournament back on the 19th of March and beat the Spartans 7-6. This ball slammed in the left center field. Chased down by Reuben Williams. I thought that ball was headed for the gap, but Williams chases it down, and Slidell has put their hitting shoes on in the third.
Man, Fletcher's got that ball up at this zone, and he got the barrel to it quick. But like you said, the ball looked like it was going to be a gapper, but with the speed of Williams, cutting that ball off in the gap, holds the runners to first and second.
But I really thought that ball was hit harder than Williams could get to it.
Yeah.
I thought that ball it sounded well off the bat, that's for sure. So runners now at first and second with 2 outs. Grant Bonifons, the cleanup hitter, is at the plate. It's a huge chance for Slidell right here to get back in the ball game with one swing of the bat. That's a curveball for a strike. Bonifons, the leading hitter, batting .411 when the day began. Called strike. You know, we've been talking all year about the power rankings, and after this half inning, we can take a look at how it ended up being the top 8 seeds. Once everything was settled, we'll show you that after this half inning. 1-1 pitch. Good curveball, foul at the plate, and it's 1-2. Really mixing the pitches up here against Bonifons.
Yeah, Kevin, if you notice, he led Fletcherich off with that curveball after giving up a first pitch hit to Davis in that 2-hole. Trying to, second time through. Tigers are looking for that fastball early in the count.
A couple of ground outs and a great play by Vadnais at third, then back-to-back singles. Got him swinging. Monzo recovers after giving up back-to-back hits to pick up his 6th strikeout of the day. Slidell gets a couple of hits. They strand 2 runners. They've now left 3. And it is Dutchtown still on top, 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the third. And when it was all said and done, Mike, this is how it ended up being the top 8 seeds in the Class 5A state playoffs.
Yeah, you see Barb at number 1. I mean, historically that's where they've lived. And West Monroe at number 2. I mean, Dutchtown actually took a peek at number 2 for maybe a day or actually a couple hours until West Monroe defeated Lafayette and got a couple more power points, jumped Dutchtown to that number 2 spot. Dutchtown comes in at 3. Sulphur, who is in that Barb district, comes in at number 4. So you know that district is strong because you see Sam Houston, who's in there as well, at number 7. Number 5, we see Zachary, and then Houghton up in North Louisiana comes in at number 6. And then our parish rivals across airline there, Santa Maria Gators, come in at number 8.
I think the real surprise is Zachary at number 5 because they were struggling to make the playoffs early in the year. They just weren't having a good year at all, and all of a sudden they just got into district play, and they just turned it on. They hit the reset button, and they actually ended up winning District 4-5A.
Yeah, and then you look at their 12 losses. I mean, nobody in the top 8 has even close to 12 losses, so those losses had to be against some good teams, and then their wins had to even be against even better teams.
Well, we'll go now to the bottom of the third, and you get a look at Will DeLone, who's going to lead it off for the Griffins. Will to be followed by Nathan Monso, then Pearson Pyron. Jay Davis's first pitch of the third to the backstop for ball 1. Well, after a rocky first inning, Davis gave up a leadoff infield single to Reuben Williams. He got to second base with nobody out, but Davis able to keep him off the scoreboard. Will drew a walk his first time up. Fouls this off to the right. As we look to our right, Mike, a good crowd of Slidell Tiger fans have made their way through on Interstate 12.
Yep, knowing they hit some traffic coming off of exit on the 73 exit too.
Absolutely.
We all came through it, but yeah, it's got to be about an hour and a half trek for them, so good to see them out here.
Foul ball, and the count now 1-2. 3-0. This is the bi-district round. Regional round will be a best of 3. Next year, this bi-district round for the first time will be a best of 3. The first 3 rounds next year will all be a best of 3 series. 2-2 now the count. The winner of this game will play Ponchatoula. If it's Dutchtown, it will be right back here at Griffin Park. They'll play 1 Friday and 2, if necessary, on Saturday. 2-2 the count on Will DeLone. Got him. First out of the inning, and that'll be strikeout number 3 for Jay Davis.
Really good pitch right there by Davis. So that's that breaking ball, that back foot breaking ball. Starts off like inner third pitch that DeLone thinks he can drive, but then kind of just dive bombs towards that back foot. Good late sharp break.
Number 16, Nathan Monso.
So the batter now, Nathan Monso. Monso walked his first time up. Lefty on lefty here in the 3rd inning. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Pearson Pyron is on deck. We'll update you on the Santa Maria Chalmette score. That'll be a called strike, 1-1.
Again, Davis trying to get back in the zone. Yeah, update on the Santa Maria Chalmette score. Santa Maria's leading Chalmette 5-0, top of 3.
This ball served in the left field, and it's going to find grass for a base hit. Monso makes the turn. He's going to head for second base. And he will make it with a sliding double for Nathan Monso.
Sometimes it's just where you hit it, right? That ball was just tucked in that foul line. Just barely fair. Good job of hitting right there by Monso. Great pitch by Davis, too, but just a little bit better job of hitting by Monso, staying inside that ball, getting just enough to get it over the third baseman Strahan's head there and keep that ball fair for a double.
Jackson Craddock is going to be the courtesy runner for Monso. Pearson Pyron hit a sacrifice fly to the second baseman. Sounds a little strange. Second baseman Monaghan drifted out on the outfield grass, had his back to the infield, fell down, and coming in to score was Vadnais with some alert base running. 1-0 the count now to the junior shortstop. Pearson now with 31 RBIs for Dutchtown this year in the 6th spot in the batting order. 2-0. Grant Morrison is on deck. You know, a lot like this Slidell team, Chalmette really not with a baseball playoff history. That's Santa Maria's opponent today.
Right, yeah, but I mean, we saw last year Captain Shreve came into Santa Maria and, you know, the one pitcher kind of sliced and diced and sent Santa Maria home in the first round. You never know, if somebody comes in with one pitcher that could shut you down.
Called strike, 2-1 to count. To show you how little Chalmette has played Ascension Parish teams, I was noticing on Twitter the Chalmette people were saying we're playing Santa Maria. That's in Ascension Parish. It's close to Baton Rouge. It was almost like it's another state. I mean, come on.
Yeah, right. I mean,
I know it's St. Bernard, but come on.
Yeah, it's quite far for them, I guess.
Near Baton Rouge. 2-1 count. Now time called.
That's good stuff right there. Somewhere around Baton Rouge.
Yeah. Sun starting to set here at Griffin Park. Oh, it's been a great afternoon to play some baseball today. Temperature at 75 at the first pitch. And the count now is 3-1. It's going to be interesting later this evening to get all the scores from the first round because you know there's going to be an upset or two. It's just who's it going to be?
Absolutely. It's like March Madness. You can't wait to see who's going to win and who's going to have the big win or who's going to end up going home.
Check the runner. Foul back. Got in on the hands of Pyron that time and fouled it back. It's 2-2. I'll give this to Jay Davis, the senior left-hander for Slidell. He has really recovered after what could have been a totally disastrous first inning.
For sure, great recovery, and now he's competing.
Yes, absolutely.
Looking at his numbers, obviously we've never seen him throw yet, but looking at his numbers, we know he's a competitor.
2-2 count. Runner brace for third. Ground ball right side. Base hit. Hustling in to score will be the courtesy runner, Graddick, and it is 4-0 on Pyron's second RBI of the game.
Great pitch, a great piece of hitting by Pyron right there. Graddick was in motion, was stealing the bag, and Pyron got a little hanging breaking ball, sat back, kept the hands moving, punched that thing through the right field side there. Picked up his 32nd RBI.
You know, the thing, Mike, about this Dutchtown ball club as Grant Morrison steps in, the thing about them that I'm so impressed with is their ability to go the other way. They will go where the ball is pitched.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about. The ball's going to let you know where it's supposed to go, right? I mean, if it's pitched away, that's where it wants to go. Hit that ball away. It's when you get yourself in trouble when you try to hit it somewhere else.
0-1 the count on Grant Morrison. Pyron, the runner at first base. You know, it's just not like everyone's trying to knock it out the ballpark. They're willing to sacrifice and go with the pitch.
Yeah, you're right. And, I mean, they don't give up on any pitches. I mean, every at-bat, it's a grind, pitch to pitch.
Right.
I don't care what the score is. I've seen them play, multiple times this year, and they grind out every at-bat.
Yeah, and what that does is that just grinds down your pitcher, too, because he's having to compete on every pitch.
For sure. I mean, we talked about how
ground ball to third, could be two. Go to second for one, throw to first base. It's going to be high. They wouldn't have got the double play anyway because Morrison was going to beat the wrap there, but they do get the lead runner, Pyron, at second on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, good play right there by Strahan. Quick ground ball. We'll see him pick up, quick pivot throw. Second baseman Monahan's throw just a little bit too tall for first baseman Fletcher's there, but they did get the lead runner.
This is going to bring up Caleb Ickes. Caleb bounced out to shortstop to Brady Johnson, his first time and only time up today. Grant Morrison, the base runner at first base. And that'll be a called strike.
But going back to what we were talking about, the at-bats and never giving up, it gives the pitcher a little bit more high-stress innings. I mean, we've seen Davis settle in, from his first 5-6 hitters that he's faced. But he's had some high-stress innings, and that puts a lot more stress on your arm.
Runner goes, stolen base for Pyron as he'll move into scoring position as the throw ends up in center field.
That's Morrison, actually. Stolen base there.
And you're right, and that is number 9 for Morrison. That would have been a story had it been Pyron. But Morrison now with 9 steals.
He would go from the sac fly to second base to a stolen base and not on the field.
Quite a day. 0-2 to count on Ickes. Down and away. Big spot right here for Davis and Slidell. They want to keep this thing at a 4-run deficit. Ickes looking for a big 2-out hit to increase the lead to 5.
Yeah, this is a hitter you want to get if you're Davis right here. He showed some life offensively, got a couple knocks last inning, had a couple, a little traffic on the bases. Put a little pressure on this Griffin defense. It's very important to get your team back in there, try to keep that momentum.
Yeah, that top of this inning, the third inning, was a very impressive inning at the plate for Slidell. They had 3 really good at-bats, 3 well-struck baseballs. Well, you don't see that every day.
No. Okay, Mr. Umpire. Not a balk, because you actually don't have to throw that baseball, right?
Right.
If you spin the inside move right there. If that's at first base, then it could be That's a ball. Big stop.
You know, I felt like the whole game he hasn't been stopping.
Yeah. It's kind of surprising that he calls that one. I mean, I get it after that pickoff move. It kind of probably drew a little attention to him.
Yes.
But, I mean, he's like you said, he's kind of had the same exact tempo the entire game. To call it on that one, a little odd.
So the runner now, Grant Morrison, is at third. 1-2 on Ickes. Punches it into center field for a base hit. What an at-bat by Ickes. Just slapped it in the center field, and there goes those Dutchtown hitters taking the pitch where it's at. It's 5-0.
Again, got it down with 2 strikes in the count. No panic, lets the ball travel. Got the ball a little bit up, and again, like you said, didn't try to do anything, didn't try to pull it, didn't try to hit a home run with it. Hit it right back to his pitch, right up the middle. And Ickes picks up his 22nd RBI.
So Carter Decato is the courtesy runner. So Dutchtown has now plated 2 in the inning, and it looks like we may be getting some bullpen action going for Slidell. You know, this is just one of those games here. I mean, there's no tomorrow, so.
Yeah, you gotta throw everybody but the kitchen sink.
Reuben Williams got an infield single, his only other time up today. Dutchtown running the bases in this inning. Had an RBI single by Pyron and an RBI single by Ickes. There goes the runner. Throw down, got him. Oh, they call him safe.
Yikes. He may have slid to the back part of that bag right there, but it sure did look like the throw beat him.
Boy, Dudenheffer was all the way into the dugout to catch her after making the throw.
Let's see if we can pick it up here. It looked like he might have caught him in between. Hand came off.
Yeah.
And then he got him before that foot. I don't know. Umpire's right there on top of it, though. So,
you know, we'll talk about it after this pitch. To Reuben Williams, shows bunt. It's going to be a wild pitch. Has trouble picking up the ball. And Decato is going to stop at third. I don't ever recall years ago seeing that swim move at the bases. That now everybody does the swim move now on steals. It's amazing.
That's like a defensive lineman in football's move, right? Trying to get to the quarterback, but yeah, that trying to be a little elusive once you get to the base.
Yeah,
it works.
Next pitch, down low. You're not going to remember this, but back in my day when we played barefoot, it was the hook slide.
Okay.
Everybody used to do the hook slide because you would stay low, not give the fielder anything to tag.
Right.
But now it's the swim move.
Okay. You're right. I don't remember that.
And I coached you, and I'm not going to comment on that.
I get it now.
First and third.
Try to stay low. I get it.
So a walk for Reuben Williams. That's now 4 walks for Jay Davis. And let's see now. Like Coach Ruda's coming out with a lineup card. We might be getting a change here. It's been a tough inning on Jay Davis as you see him talking.
And he actually hasn't thrown the ball that bad. I mean, we just talk about how deep Dutchtown is, and even, you know, at the latter half of their lineup, they just put at-bats together, and they battle and battle and battle. Even though they're down in the count, they're still going to put a good at-bat. We've seen a couple 2-strike hits for the Griffins.
Caleb Waddick, the other senior. So you got a senior replacing a senior on the mound.
Now pitching for Slidell, number 16, Caleb Waddick.
Caleb's been really successful this year for the Tigers. He comes in, he's 5-4 on the season. He's got a 1.6 ERA. He's only given up 39 hits in 48 innings. He struck out 55 hitters and only walked 28.
So Caleb Waddick is going to get his warm-up pitches in. And a tough day for Jay Davis.
Again, I think he really settled down after, first 5-6 hitters that he faced. Once he got that first out, made some really good competitive pitches, even at the end there.
I tell you what really hurt Davis, I think, more than anything today was that tight strike zone early on.
Yeah, and I mean, it's easy as a pitcher to, I don't want to say go into panic mode, but kind of like you feel kind of like helpless out there. I mean, what else do I need to do? Kind of just throw it down the middle? I'm not going to do that, right?
Right.
So it just gets your wheels spinning up top, trying to figure out how am I going to, make it through this inning.
But I will say this, the length that we talked about before, the length of this Dutchtown batting order really, I think, wore down Davis as well as that tight strike zone.
Yeah, I agree. And then, the high-stress innings, high-stress pitches, that all comes into effect.
So you got runners at first and third. Decato, the runner at third. He's the courtesy runner for Ickes. Reuben Williams is at first. And Ethan Mayo, the top side in the batting order, is up. Also here in the parish, Santamon leads 5-0 over Chalmette. That moment ago, that stolen base, which it looked like could have went either way, that has just prolonged this inning.
Yeah, I mean, it's pivotal. I mean, Slidell could be right back into the dugout trying to continue that little momentum they had offensively in the last inning.
Mayo 0 for 1. There goes the runner breaking for third, and they threw it away. The throw to third, coming in to score is going to be Decato, and look at Reuben Williams flying. They are not going to catch him as he scores from first base. Unbelievable. Wow.
Speed kills. I mean, I like the play. I do. I like to try to look. Let's try to ruffle some feathers right here. But, man, if you execute that, you have a chance to get that third out. But if you don't, this is exactly what happens against a team with the caliber of Dutchtown.
Man, Reuben Williams was flying.
And you hear the crowd just go crazy. They love to see Reuben run the bases like that.
And also what that does is that'll just demoralize a team as well. So it's now 4 runs in the inning. That'll be a throwing error on Caleb Waddick, as Reuben Williams scores all the way from first base.
Oh.
Boy, Mayu watches that one sail over his head. So it is now 7-0 as the Griffins bat here in inning number 3. And this inning started with Will DeLone striking out. Wow, same thing. That wasn't an instant replay. It's 2-0. But what were they trying to do there? They were going to try to pick him off at third?
I thought maybe it looked like the third he was going to do a third to first, but they tried to pick him off at third base, and he kind of caught straight hand. I don't know if he caught him off guard or just made a little offline throw there.
Bunted back toward the mound. Field it, throw to first in time. Good footwork at first base by Trey Fledrich.
Nice footwork.
But 4 big runs are going to score, and we're going to finish 3 innings in the books. Dutchtown is on top in this bi-district round game. It's Griffin 7-0 on the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank SEC Heating and Cooling, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Ross Downing GMC, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation for their support of our sports medicine program.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
Well, the Griffins are doing it with the bats, with the feet, as they are taking advantage of everything Slidell gives them, and it's a 7-0 ball game. And first pitch swinging is going to be an infield pop-up off the bat of Peyton Strahan, and that'll be caught by Grant Morrison. One pitch, one out here in the Slidell fourth.
Yeah, again, Monso, I mean, I can't stress how important and how good of a job he does staying in that dugout when his team is, when he's in there a long time, his team is scoring a lot of runs. Come back out with the exact same intensity and focus to get that first hitter on the first pitch.
Dufin effort. Look at Vadnais. Vadnais got the nice hop. 2 pitches, 2 outs in the fourth inning.
Man, I don't even know if that was a nice hop. It looked like he kind of cut it off, that in-between hop. Took a direct angle to it.
Now batting left field number 22, Austin.
Still set his feet, made a perfect throw. Made that play look really easy.
This is going to now bring up Austin Buell. Monso throws his third pitch of the inning, and it'll head to the backstop for ball 1.
So if you're coaching, do you tell him to take that pitch?
Well, I know in the big leagues you automatically just help your pitcher out.
All right.
This ball is smoked to left field. It is going to hit off the wall, being retrieved by Mayo. And all of a sudden, every now and then, you'll see a Slidell swing that'll make you go, wow.
Yeah, that ball right there was hammered. A 1-0 fastball from Monso, and Buell just turned that ball down the left field line for a 2-out double.
That's their third hit. As Buell gets the double. And the batter now, Joe Monahan. Takes a pitch downstairs for a ball.
Wanted to swing at that first pitch fastball, but noticed it was going to be that breaking ball in the dirt. Hung up nicely.
For Monahan, actually for Buell, that was his second double of the year. Only 2 extra base hits he has had have been doubles. This pitch is fouled off by Buell. We're in the fourth, 7-0. Dutchtown is on top. A pop-up and a ground out on 2 pitches started the inning, then the double. Monahan, the batter. Laid off the good curveball.
Yeah, really good curveball right there. Late breaker came out of his hand. Looked just like a fastball. 2-1, got to be looking fastball. Even better. Better job by Monahan right there holding up on that pitch.
Monso checks the runner. And that's going to be a called strike.
Whoa. Oh, the umpire maybe, I don't know, maybe we had the wrong count.
I think the count's 3-2. 3-1.
He just said 3-1. Umpire says 3-1.
Well, it only matters what the umpire has is all that matters.
Yeah, he had 3-1 on. He held up 3-1.
And the runner breaks for third, and I'm not sure what's going on there, as the runner is looking, and the third base coach is trying to explain to him you were not forced, as we'll watch this throw by Ickes to Vadnais.
Super throw. No need to rush that.
Touchdown 7, Slidell 0.
Didn't even slide. Well, now we're going to head to the bottom of the fourth inning, and you've got 2 teams in our district, 5-5A, that's in the playoffs, and a number of teams in 6-5A that made the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, you look at 6-5A right there. You have 5 teams: Ponchatoula, Mandeville, Covington, North Shore, and Slidell. I mean, that's a really nice district that we talked about. Slidell's been 10 years since they've been in the playoff. Ponchatoula got their first win last night in a number of years. So this is a district that's kind of up and coming.
But you can see the thing with Ponchatoula at number 14 won the district in 6-5A. But, you know, when you look at Mandeville, Covington, North Shore, and Slidell all toward the bottom, which meant that they were all on the road in that first round of the playoffs.
Correct. And it kind of looks like they probably beat up on each other a little bit, probably split a lot of series, you know, district series during the season. And, you know, for Dutchtown and Santa Maria, other than Catholic, who we don't see, you know, in the bi-district games on this side of the bracket, only have 3 teams out of the district that made the playoffs this year.
Right. Well, actually, you had 4 because McKinley made the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They did. But declined, correct?
Right. But there you see Slidell and Dutchtown playing here, 7-0 in the fourth. Only score we've got so far, Santa Maria leading Chalmette 5-0. So Dutchtown looking for some insurance against Caleb Waddick, who is in relief of Jay Davis. 2-3-4. Dupree, Vadnais, DeLone due up for the Griffins. And the first pitch is a called strike. Dupree has singled and flied out to right, so he's 1 for 2 with a run scored.
Had some good swings off of Davis, too. Lefty on lefty.
Called strike 2.
Like Waddick likes his bender.
Yep.
So the first couple pitches up and into Mayo. Last inning when he came in.
Yeah, the only problem he had was throwing the third, not home.
Yeah, exactly.
Because this throwing error to third allowed 2 runs to score. You get a good look from our center field camera at some of the crowd that is here. They've got pretty much if there's a seat to be had, it's taken today for this bi-district game.
Tried to go back to that backdoor curveball that he got ahead 0-2 with. Kind of pitching Dupree backwards right here, get ahead with the slow stuff, and tried to finish him 0-2 with that fastball up in the zone.
Waddick has the sign. That's all the way to the backstop. Jay Davis went 2 2/3 innings today. Both pitchers have been seniors for Slidell. This misses outside. And the count now 3-2. Griffin's looking for some runs here. If they can put 3 up, they'll only need 3 outs to end this thing in 4.5. Payoff pitch. Foul back. Good swing by Dupree. As we said, the winner of this game, if Dutchtown holds on, they'll play Ponchatoula starting Friday, a best-of-3 regional round. There'll be one Friday, probably at 6, not official, but probably at 6. Then 2 if necessary on Saturday.
Ooh.
Boy, he did not miss by much. Well, that tight zone continues.
That down?
Apparently it was called down.
Caught a lot of the plate, so it must have been down.
This umpiring crew out of Hammond. Tanner Vadnais, the batter now. Tanner walk scored in the first inning and hit a line drive right at the first baseman, Trey Fletterich. Dupree, a threat to steal. He's got 6 on the year. That's a called strike. Dutchtown's been running almost at will in this ball game, hadn't they?
Yeah, they're wreaking some havoc on the base pass there. Putting a lot of pressure on this Tiger defense. And cashing in on most of the opportunities that they've had.
Will DeLone is the on-deck batter for Dutchtown. Big difference between the seniors on both these ball clubs. There goes the runner. Foul ball third base side. Not sure if that was a hit and run or just a straight steal all the way. Alexandria and Central are playing, as well as Southside and Houghton. That rounds out the bracket that Dutchtown is concerned with. Check the runner, the pitch. Outside.
Really good pitch right there. That's a good competitive 0-2 pitch right there. Really good take by Vadnais. But this is kind of where, I don't want to keep harping on it, but this is kind of where the Griffin hitters kind of lull you to sleep. You know, They just battle and battle and battle. They just take just off the plate, kind of zone you in. As soon as you think you make a good pitch, they break your heart.
There goes the runner. The pitch is fouled off. You know, with our center field shot, one of the ways I've learned here at Griffin Park, you can tell when there's a really good crowd. You know what's a big indicator?
When they're on the steps.
You see our steps leading up to the press box. When they start sitting there, they run out of seats.
Yep, and they've got tired of standing up.
Yep. Dupree takes his lead at first. Vadnais the batter. This ball hits toward right center field, and the right fielder is going to race back and make the grab. That ball carried pretty well, but Grant Bonifant's able to track it down for the first out.
Yeah, good job right there. Turn Bonifant around just a little bit as that bat off that right-handed hitter, is going to have that tendency to tail away from you a little bit. But a great recovery by Bonifant to make that first out.
About an hour ago, that would have been very difficult to make that play with because that's your sun field here at Dutchtown.
Absolutely. Yep. We've seen many a plays messed up out there at that time.
Will DeLong the batter now. Will has walked and struck out today. There goes the runner on a curve ball. Called strike. Throw down, not in time. Stolen base. And that'll be the 7th steal of the year for Colin Dupree.
Yeah, Colin, he's been itching to steal ever since Vadnais got in the box. Didn't quite get his chance. Finally picked up that bag on that pitch there.
Oh, 1 to count now. Time called. Will DeLong the batter. Nathan Monso is on deck. Only 3 seniors on this Slidell team. 2 of them have pitched. The other is the catcher. Jackson Dudenheffer. Pitch down low. I want to thank, while we get a chance, Coach Vincent Ruda, providing us with those headshots that we were able to use for the at-bats for the Slidell players. And very nice gentleman. Enjoyed my conversation I had with him on Sunday afternoon. Excited to bring his ball club here to Dutchtown as that pitch is going to hit Will. So Will has walked, struck out, and been hit by a pitch. He's going to put 2 on now with the 1 out. But getting back to Coach Ruda.
No, it goes back up.
He was really looking forward to his team experiencing this type of an environment after having not played in the playoffs in since 2013.
Yeah, I mean it's a special time. I mean, if you've never played in the playoffs and this is your first time, like, it's something you're going to remember, right? And if you've been there, you want to go back and you want to go back and you want to back, and then you go back and you're going to just gain experience. And I just look for, like we talked about how young this Tigers team is. Look to see them back in the next 4 years. You get a little taste of it, and it just gives you that kind of, urgency to try to get back.
Especially to experience this, like you said, with only 3 seniors, so literally everybody's going to be back.
Yep. We're going to be, their battery, today's battery, actually, will be the only piece missing.
0-1 pitch is now, make that 1-0 pitch is now 2-0. Monso's been perfect today, walked and doubled. He went the opposite way down the left field line with his double last inning, and that triggered a 4-run inning. He's got a couple of teammates aboard. Dupree at second, DeLong at first with 1 out. Fouls it left side. I was talking with Coach Schexnaydre before today's game, and He was ragging me about how you and I were going on about Jacob Myers' first 4 batters, and I said,
how can you not?
I said, well, Nathan Monso quieted everybody.
Yes, he did. One swing of the bat with that moonshot into the parking lot.
2-1 the count. Nice pitch. Called strike. But he got a kick out of saying how we were going on and on about Myers. And he was very impressive with those first 4 batters.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to say anything otherwise.
Yep. Good B2, knocked it down. That'll just get the out at first. That was one of those where you could possibly get 2, but instead runners move up to second and third on the ground out.
Yeah, good play. No panic actually right there by Waddick.
Now batting for the
Of course, you'd
Griffins,
like to,
the shortstop,
catch
number
that ball
2,
immediately and
Pearson.
turn to
Foul.
double play, but worst thing you can do there is panic and try to rush the throw. At least you get an out.
Well,
Give
Pearson
chance to get out of this inning.
Is 2 for 2. Made that 1 for 1 with 2 RBIs today. He's got a couple of big teammates on base right now. Some insurance with 2 outs. Waddick will work from the stretch. Check the swing. They appealed, did not go. Dupree is the runner at third. DeLone's at second. Parron with a sacrifice fly and an RBI single his last time up for the 2 RBIs, which give him 32 on the year. Infield back with the 2 outs. Swung through that pitch. And it's 1-1. Caleb Waddick in relief of the starter, Jay Davis. Waddick from the stretch, fouled off right side. We play here in the 4th. It's 7-0. Griffins with a 3 spot in the first have been in control. 2-2.
Yeah, a little too tall there. Good idea right there. Try to get Pyron to chase something a little bit up out of the zone. But that pitch wasn't quite competitive enough.
Foul ball. Sound like it might have just got a piece of Dudenheffer's mitt.
Yeah, I think that's a pitch Waddick was looking to throw that last pitch. Something a little appetizing, a little more appetizing, maybe draw a swing for it.
Two-two pitch. Swung foul left side. Got a little quick on that, did Pearson.
But when you see him foul a straight ball straight back with some velocity, you know you're right on it. So he guessed fastball right there. Got just a little out ahead of it.
Next pitch. Fly ball right field, should be playable. Right fielder Bonifans is going to be there, and looks like he made that catch in foul territory. That'll do it. 2 runners are going to be left on. We're through 4. It is Dutchtown on top, 7-0 on the Rev game of the week.
Your score, Dutchtown 7, Slidell 0.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank SEC Heating and Cooling, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Ross Downing GMC. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation for their support of our sports medicine program.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
Bidistrict round action out here at Griffin Park on the campus of Dutchtown High School. We move on now to the top of the fifth. Easton Lemuel is going to lead off as they go 9-1-2 in the batting order. Nathan Monso has gone the distance. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Lemieux bounced out to second base. Graham Morrison, his only time up today. Monso doesn't waste much time, works in a hurry. It's 1-1 now.
Yeah, he's going to keep his same tempo. That's where he likes to be. That's his comfort zone. Likes to work quick.
Miss downstairs. It's 2-1. Monso has allowed 3 hits, struck out 6, walked 1, and also threw a wild pitch. Now it's 3-1. And that's going to be a 5-pitch walk to the number 9 hitter. And the second walk issued to Slidell batters.
Now batting, center fielder number 5, Corey Cousin.
Here is Corey Cousin. He's bounced out twice today. Great play by Corey. Make that Tanner Vadney.
Great play. Great play.
Back
Actually,
in
a pretty
third.
sharp ground ball to Monso, first at bat of the game.
Yes, he did. And he smokes this one in the left field by a diving Pyron. One thing about Corey Cousin, he's up there swinging.
Yep, he's not going to get cheated, that's for sure. He's going to take his hacks.
I'll say this, it looks like, Monso's got his A game working today, and it looks like, they're getting some good swings in.
Yeah, they are. And, they're hunting the fastball. If you notice, they're not taking too many swings at any bad breaking balls, out of the zone. Kind of giving up like, hey, if you're going to throw the breaking ball for a strike and you want to beat us, that's fine, but we're gonna hunt that fastball.
Now batting, number 2.
Well, Jay Davis is going to re-enter the game. He was in the second spot as the pitcher. He came out, but he's going to re-enter now to bat. See if Slidell can get something going here in this 5th inning. That first pitch is a ball. Davis has walked and singled today. He's got 1 of the 4 hits. Back pick, and they got him out at first base. Cousin got caught sleeping, and that is 2 base running errors in a row, the last 2 outs. Because if you remember, the runner was out trying to steal third to end that 4th inning.
Yeah, it's something you don't see real often right there, but Griffin's pulling out all the stops, and on first and second, pulling the back pick and catching Cousin off guard there.
Here's the pitch. Popped him up. Sky high. Vadney calls for it. And in the dusk, Vadney on the infield grass makes the catch for the second out. And, Mike, I'm sure one of the things that Coach Ruda is going to talk about with his team on the bus ride home is, guys, that's just not what we can't do that in playoff games. You can't give them outs.
Right. Yeah, you have to. You have to have your head on the swivel, right? It's the fundamentals and the little things are so important, because whenever you get to the caliber of some of these teams in the playoffs, those mistakes will kill you.
Big chopper, throw to first base. Vadney to DeLone, and that will do it.
New inventory arriving weekly at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. We've got truckloads of inventory en route. Even if you don't see it on the lot, it's on the way during the end of summer sale at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales, like the new 2021 Sierra 1500 on the way at rossdowninghammond.com, rossdowninggonzales.com.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
The Title Law Firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Title Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Title Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call. You gotta call Title.
He's done a good job back there.
He's worked his butt off.
Yeah, he's had that one pop-up that he struggled with, but other than that, he's been a workhorse back there.
For sure.
You know, Slidell came in with a 17-15 record. You know, I still go back, Mike, to that first inning in that tight zone. And the struggles that Jay Davis had adjusting to that zone really set a tone in this game.
Yeah, it did. It did. I mean, you just get frustrated, and then we saw the wild pitches. I mean, that's a lot of that is a result from frustration as well.
Called strike. And I guess the other story has been Slidell just running themselves out of innings.
Yeah.
3 times they've run into an out on the bases.
Exactly. I mean, they've put the ball in play. They've they've barreled a lot of balls and been aggressive at the plate. Then they just end up kind of shooting themselves in the foot.
And for the second time today, Will DeLone has drawn a walk, and it's another wild pitch. Heading to third base is Vadnais. I got that now as 6 wild pitches. That is a lot of wild pitches for one game.
Yeah, it's just tough to overcome whenever you you want to minimize the base runners as much as you can, especially playing against the the better teams, and kind of give them freebies, I guess, per se.
I think we're going to get a pinch hitter right here for Dutchtown.
Cooper Daly.
Cooper Daly is going to pinch hit.
Dutchtown, number 5, Cooper Daly.
So there is Cooper, a junior. He bats with teammates at first and third. Monso was 1 for 2 today with a walk, also had a double. A good move right here. You're up by 6. Let Monso get his rest.
Agree.
Because you want him to get 3 more outs is what you're looking for from him.
For sure, yep. Good move here, and then Daly being a junior, give him a little taste of some playoff action.
Daly batting .261 on the year. Pitch is a ball. It's 1-1. This is Daly's 24th at-bat of the year. Interestingly enough, he's got 8 RBIs.
Yeah, he's made them count.
That's a lot of RBIs for that many few at-bats.
He's got 6 hits and 8 RBIs, so he's definitely made the most out of his at-bats.
And only being a junior, you got to believe he'll be in the lineup somewhere next year for Coach Schexnaydre with as many seniors as they have. Count now 1-2. Pearson Pyron is the on-deck batter. DeLong gets his lead off at first base. Pitches in the dirt, reads it well, heads down towards second base, and the throw goes into center field, and that's going to score a run. That nay's going to come in to score. So a wild pitch and a throw, an error, and it's now 8-1.
Yeah, DeLong being aggressive on another pitch in the dirt. Good idea by Dudenheffer right there to try to get DeLong, who has minimal stolen bases. I know that was a pass ball or a wild pitch, but not a bad idea to try to pick him out there.
That's now 7 wild pitches for Slidell today. Foul straight back. Boy, Daly had a cut right there.
He did. That's the one I'm talking about. That ball that's fouled with some velocity straight back. That's a ball that you just missed.
Big crowd still here. DeLong, the runner at second. Ground ball, center field base hit. DeLong's going to be waved home. Daly's got an RBI single, and this throw sails over everybody's head. Daly with his 9th run batted in the year, and it is now 9-1.
Great piece of hitting by Daly right there. Sat back, kept the hands back on that breaking ball. Breaking ball's actually down in the zone. They got the barrel to it, hit it right back up the middle, and actually caught second baseman Monahan going back to his position after he was jockeying DeLong at second base.
So the batter now is Pearson Pyron. Now a 9-1 ball game. Dutchtown looking to tack on 2 more and take it to the house and get ready for the green wave of Ponchatoula on Friday. Daly with his lead at second base. This ball's hit pretty well to center field, but the center fielder is going to make the catch on the run, going to his left. Corey Kuzan, leadoff hitter, center fielder with good speed to chase it down. Second out.
That goes down as an F8, but that ball was hammered to center field.
Pyron's had some good swings today.
He's barreled every pitch.
Yeah, he's been on every one, hasn't he?
Yeah, I thought it was going to get over the head of Kuzan there in center field.
We got a pinch hitter here, too.
That number 22 there.
Carter Hanbury.
The sophomore, the lone sophomore on the Griffin roster.
Getting ready to say Carter holds a distinction on this Dutchtown Ball Club. He's the only sophomore.
He doesn't look like a sophomore up there at the dish, though. He's a big kid.
So Carter pinch hits with 2 outs. Daly just got a pinch hit RBI single. Carter batting .313 on the year. He's got 5 RBIs. This is his 17th at-bat of the year. Want to also thank both coaches, Coach Schexnaydre and Coach Ruda, for providing us with stats for the ball game. Next pitch. Oh, Uncle Charlie for a called strike. Dutchtown on top, 9-1. Last year they made it to the quarterfinal round, went on the road in the second round, won at Benton. Oh, chase the curveball, and that's going to retire the side, and that'll do it. But 2 more runs are in.
Bottom of the 6th.
And as we head to the 7th inning, it is now 9-1. And we're going to take a look at what's coming up, as we are, just like school is just about over with. We don't have a whole lot of games left on our game of the week. We'll be back in the parish on Saturday, as we will have a regional, make that a Bidistrict round, make that a regional round game. But first off, we'll take a break, and then we'll show you about the upcoming games. You're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
The athletic training staff of Dutchtown High School would like to thank SEC Heating and Cooling, Hollis Orthodontics, Tata Law Firm, Raising Cane's in Prairieville, Ross Downing GMC, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic Foundation for their support of our sports medicine program.
Time doesn't stop, and the world keeps spinning. Community, culture, and communications, the powerful circle that connects us together. We're creating the next evolution, a network built for every possibility, moving faster than ever before, streaming us forward into the future. And the revolution is closer than you think. RTC, ETEL, and Vision are now Rev. New name, same company.
Slidell,
well, Nathan Monso's day is done after 6 innings, and a 9-1 lead for Dutchtown. So Monso goes 6 innings, allows the 1 run on 5 hits. He struck out 6. A lot of those strikeouts, though, came early in the game. And now right-hander Jace Bennett is going to come on to try to close this thing out.
Yeah, we've seen Bennett already this year. I mean, he comes in, he's been very, very, very good out of the bullpen. He comes in with a 1.27 ERA, but he's thrown 38 innings on the season. He's only given up 29 hits. He's picked up 2 saves, and he's got a 6-1 record.
So Jace Bennett has the 7th inning. Second pitcher for Dutchtown. Slidell used 4 pitchers today. Good outing by Nathan Monso in this first round playoff game. This foul ball is going to go behind the first base dugout. Count a ball and 2 strikes. I believe that's the only change is on the mound for Dutchtown. This ball right side, fouled off. Eason Lemuel, the DH. There you get a good look at Jace Bennett, the new pitcher. Oh, broke one off that time, and Lemuel swings and misses.
Yeah, he stays back, gets on top of that break ball. It's tough. He gets some good 12-6 rotation on that thing. A lot of teeth. Some good bite.
So we'll go topside, and Corey Kuzan, the batter. I bet he swings at the first pitch. Watch. Yoop, back up the middle. A 1-out single. I like this guy. He swings the bat, and he can go get him in center field.
You better believe it. You better believe it.
Tell you what, let's take a look. A sophomore. How about that?
Now batting.
Whoa.
First baseman number 2, Jay Davis.
Going to see him around for a couple years for sure.
He is now 2 for 4 on the day.
Could have easily been 3 for 4 if Vadnais made that.
There you got
great
some good
play.
Jay Davis bats now. He fouls the first pitch back. Jay has a hit on the day. Hey, what, Slidell has swung the bats.
Yes, they have. Been really impressed with that. They're aggressive. They're not backing down.
Right. Good point. You know, when you look at Monso, he had his A game today.
Yeah.
And they weren't intimidated.
Not at all.
For a ball club that no one on their team had any kind of postseason experience, they swung the bats.
Got to respect that for sure.
Ball fouled at the plate. Trey Fletridge is on deck. Sandoval has advanced with an 11-0 win over Chalmette in their bi-district game over at Gator Park. That pitch inside, much to the chagrin of Ted Babin. You okay, Ted? Infield double play depth. Bounced into the backstop, and that'll be a wild pitch.
I don't recall a game where I've seen as many wild pitches as I have, you know, between both sides.
I've unofficially got that as 9 wild pitches on today. Whew. Monso had 1. Now this one by Bennett, and 7 for Slidell. Popped it up. Who wants it?
A mile high.
Vadnais missed it, and that's a fair ball. Wow, runners are going to be on the corners. And I was just getting ready to say Vadnais did exactly what you want an infielder to do. He took charge.
Yep. That ball was a mile high, I can tell you that. But
that was a big league pop-up.
That was a big league pop-up, for sure.
That's going to be an error on Vadnais. At first, I thought Bennett was going to take it.
Yeah, he looked like he wanted some of it.
Yeah, and then he was called off.
Yeah, they didn't remember he was a pitcher. He wasn't supposed to be in there.
I believe that's the first error committed today by Dutchtown.
I think it was the second. Pearson Pyron threw a ball.
Yeah, okay, you're right. You're right.
The first baseman, or just a bit high.
Yeah, Jeff Byron, thank you for that reminder.
Right, sorry. But, hey, I don't know. We thought Will got his foot down on the bag. So.
Well, that's true, too. Good point. First pitch of ball. Fletridge is 1 for 3 today. Oh, as well as Vadnais has played today, I guess for him, it's hit it on the ground.
Yeah, but that ball, like we said, that's a mile high. It's a big league pop-up. Vadnais was playing deeper and had a long sprint in. I mean, that's a really tough play. Pop-up, he'll probably tell you he should have caught, but it's tough.
1 and 2. You know, it's interesting how some batters, just with their swing, can hit big league pop-ups.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys on this field today couldn't hit a pop-up that high, probably.
I couldn't if I swung a fungo straight up. I wouldn't be able to do that. But some of those guys, just the plane that their bat stays on.
Fletridge fouls this one off of his thumbs back. So Monso for 6. Bennett trying to close it out with a 9-1 lead for Dutchtown. Dutchtown trying to advance to Friday's second round, regional round. Hosting a bi-district round game for the 3rd year in a row. Wow. That might have been the biggest miss of the day.
Yeah. I agree. He's not going to hit that pitch. I mean, it's
now batting right fielder number 4.
Tough right there.
Grant Bonifants is now the batter. So Bonifants, maybe the last hope for Slidell.
He comes out swinging away.
You know, you can just see this team growing with experience, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, they've grown since the first inning.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, just the at-bats and the on the mound that we've seen. Yeah, they've run themselves out of some innings and had a couple miscues, but definitely seen improvement from the first pitch of the game.
Slidell down to their final strike. Of course, they're going to lose 2 key players, their starting pitcher and catcher, Jay Davis, the pitcher, and Jackson Dudenhofer, the catcher, along with Caleb Waddick. Those only 3 seniors on the team. 0-2 the count. Dutchtown a strike away from notching their 31st win of the year. 32 is the high they've ever had under Schexnaydre as this ball is fouled. In 09, Dutchtown won 32 games when they made it to the finals against Northshore. This would be win number 31.
Bonifaz does a good job of fighting that pitch off. That was a pretty good hook right there from Bennett.
Off his thumbs in the left field. It's going to fall. A base hit. A run will score. It's a 9-2 ball game on an RBI single by Grant Bonifaz.
No quit in the Tigers. You got to love it.
Yep.
Each one of these guys are going up. They don't want to be the last out.
Base number 13, Preston Peyton Strahan.
For Bonifaz, his 9th RBI of the year. His pitch fouled off by Peyton Strahan. So Austin Buell and now Bonifaz have the 2 RBIs today for Slidell.
Ooh. Oh,
now they got the runner picked off. Wow. Throw to third. Oh, they call him safe. So we got a replay on that.
Oh, yikes. I was just about to say he ran himself for the 4th time. Oh, wow.
Well, Coach Schexnaydre's out talking.
Yeah, it's not going to be much. He missed it. He knows he missed it.
But, I mean, the thing is, you almost call that an automatic out because you don't want to have to make the third baseman block the bag,
right.
Literally.
Exactly.
Wow.
So it's a count 0-2, right?
Yeah, I think the count is 0-2. Oh, fireworks would have already went off. This would have been if they were having fireworks.
Oh, what? I'm so confused now. I thought he fouled the first pitch off, and then he threw the second pitch for a breaking ball for a strike.
Well,
no idea.
1-2, let's call it. That's ball game. That punch out will do it, and the game is over. And Dutchtown will advance. They're going to pick up their 31st win of the year. They're now 31-3 as the Griffins win 9-2. We'll be back. We'll put a wrap on this one and tell you about the next game. All of that's up next as you're watching the Rev Game of the Week.
New inventory arriving weekly at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. We've got truckloads of inventory en route. Even if you don't see it on the lot, it's on the way during the end of summer sale at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales, like the new 2021 Sierra 1500 on the way at rossdowninghammond.com, rossdowninggonzales.com.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
The Title Law Firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Title Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Title Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Tata.
And welcome back to Griffin Park, where we saw Dutchtown defeat Slidell by a score of 9-2 to advance now to the regional round starting Friday night against Ponchatoula. And Mike, a story, Dutchtown got out in front early with 3 runs in the first. A little bit of a tight strike zone. Dutchtown took advantage of it, but we saw them be very aggressive, swing the bat, and we also saw them run the bases and force Slidell into some mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw, Jay Davis, he struggled just a little bit with the strike zone early, and Dutchtown got a lot of base runners, wreaked some havoc when they got on base runner, put a little bit on base, and then they put a little pressure on the Tigers, and we saw a little bit of miscues that led to that first crooked number. Another one in the third inning as they put up the 4 spot. And I'll tell you what, though, I'm really impressed with the way the Tigers swung the bat. I mean, they came out here, they competed. Yeah, they ran themselves out of some innings and had some miscues, but nothing but a learning experience, and really impressed with the way they competed.
You can see Coach Schexnaydre talking to his team now, who just won their 31st game, advanced to the regional round of the playoffs, and for Slidell. And Coach Vincent Ruda, they got a lot they can be proud of. They can take back. Of course, they made some base running mistakes. They had some things that, they got to work on. But we talked about no experience in the postseason for anybody on their team, and their first postseason experience since 13. And the way they were coached today, they're going to take this as a learning experience.
Yeah, for sure. There was definitely some flashes. We saw, they were really aggressive, not caught up in the moment per se. I mean, they were going toe-to-toe with Monso, who you alluded to earlier that, he pretty much had one of his, some of his best stuff, and they didn't back down at all, but again, little learning experience, some things here and there, the back pick man on first and second, those are things that you will not forget, and that's the only way you can get better is to fail sometimes.
Well, Monso goes to 8-0 with the win. Wasn't a lot of hits for Dutchtown. They did it with walks, wild pitches, hit batters, and they ran the bases very, very well. So it's on to round 2 for Dutchtown against Ponchatoula. Sanoma awaits who they will play as they advance to round 2, also starting on Friday, as they won today 11-0 over Chalmette. So we'll look forward to being back with you Saturday. We'll have our next live stream on YouTube on Saturday when it will be a round 2 game in the 5A state playoffs. It'll be game 2 of the best of 3. We would like to remind everyone that you can watch our games live streamed on the Rev Sports 1 YouTube channel each week, as well as the replays on TV on Rev Channel 4. Thanks for watching tonight. A reminder to join us this Saturday when we will have Game 2 of the regional round for you from the Class 5A state baseball playoffs. For Mike Mohler, I'm Lyall Boudreaux. You've been watching the Rev Game of the Week.